Hey there, everybody. This is Pastor C. I was just sitting here getting some things done. And I first wanted to come on and say thank you, everybody, for praying for me this week. I'm so much better. I'm walking better, no longer managing pain. God is so faithful. The prayers of the righteous availeth much and has much power. And so I want to thank you. I don't want to start this broadcast without saying thank you to all of you that covered me this week. It was pretty bad, but I came out of it and I'm so very, very grateful. I want to say this to you, and I just want to give a word of encouragement and just love on y'all this afternoon. I was talking to somebody today, and hey, Angela, hey, everybody, about voids, about filling voids, places that we're lacking and we feel a deficit. I want to encourage somebody today. Let God fill the voids. Don't fill the voids yourself. And what COVID has taught us is this, if it's taught us nothing else. You have found out who's for you. You have found out whose word is true. You have found out, hey there, you have found out who's really on your side. You have found out who keeps their word. You have found out who is really friends, family, those that are called to collaborate with you. If you ain't found out nothing else about COVID in this time, if there's a lesson to be learned, we have learned. Come on, Madeline, don't you preach it here with me. You have learned who you are to be connected to during this season. Because guess what? When I can't see you face to face and show up at your house and sit on your couch and sit at your table, but we can still be connected in the spirit. But here it is. We can check on each other. Here we go. Especially for those of us who have experienced loss. You know how it is when all the services are going on. Everybody's around bringing food and bringing you drinks and making sure you good. But when it's all over, whoever reaches back to find out if you're okay, those are the people that you stick to. Those that win all the crying and you're there to hug and comfort. But at the end of the day, when all of the ceremonial public stuff is over, who's calling you? You all right? You good? How you feeling after you've had the surgery? Who comes and says, how can I service you? How can I minister to you? That's when you find out who the people are that you're supposed to be connected to. And some people are for life, some people for moments, some people for seasons. But I'm telling you, I need you to literally shift your perspective on how you connect with people in this now season. Here we go. And how you're connecting with people in your next season. Because let me tell you, it ain't about, can I say it? It ain't about public display of, I know you, she my dog, nah. It's the stuff that people see that's behind the scenes when I can't get no accolades and ain't nobody clapping saying, Anita, thank you so much. When ain't nobody calling your name and saying, Madeline, thank you for checking. When ain't nobody calling your name, but you still do things because it's from the heart. Let God fill the void. Don't go looking for somebody to fill the voids. Let God cause the people to show up in your life that's got your back, that's going to walk with you, that's going to pray with you, that's going to stay with you, that's going to increase you, that's going to lift you. Come on, somebody. Come on, somebody. Let me tell you, watch all those people in your life that want public display of accolades. I know you. I know her. We cool. We girls. We down. That stuff don't matter. What matters is what happens when nobody's looking. So I don't know about many of you, but I literally, when we were talking, who's reached back to you lately to check on you? Who's reached back lately to say, how can I pray for you? Who's reached back lately to say, how can I serve you? And these are the people that real relationship. Thank you, B. These are the people that you want. You listen. PJ Morgan got a song out talking about that. You weren't there when I was shooting the basketballs and practicing. You wasn't there when I was on my last and believing God by faith that everything was going to work out, huh? But when I arrived and things started happening for me, then you showed up. Don't show up when the happening happens. Show up when ain't nothing happening. Show up when I'm in the trenches doing the work and I'm praying and believing and trusting God. Be careful who shows up when you arrive at the destination that you've been praying for and pushing for. But were you with me in my time of development? Who was there Be careful trying to fill the void with people that just want it because of who you are and your namesake. Ask God to show you, to shift your perception, your ability to see, your insight of who should be in your life now. Come on, I'm going to put that on a shirt and just say who with some question marks. Because I'm telling you, it's going to matter. I just heard God simply say that. Don't fill the void because you're lonely and you just want people around you. Don't fill the void with people who are going to take up space that have nothing to bring to the table. They're using you for their advantage. Come on, Holy Ghost. They're taking up space in your life for their advantage, not for yours. They're not there to help you. They're there to, come on, they're there because they just need something to do and they chose you to do it with. But there's no real purpose in them being in your life. Okay? And so I'm going to say it again and I'm done. Be careful who you fill voids with. I'm talking about human beings, relationships, connections, community. Don't just give anybody access to your life in this season. Hear me? Huh? You hear me? Don't just give anybody access because you're lonely. Let God fill the void. Let God do the fixing. Let God do the connecting. Let God do the work. And that's where you'll see the fruit. Y'all got this? Y'all ready? When you let God do the work, you will see the fruit. You will see the fruit of why they're here. He will reveal to you why they're here. And if it's for a reason, a season, or for a lifetime, you'll know. Because let me tell you something. Everybody that comes ain't meant to stay. Some of them come. Hey, Joyce. Some of them come. Blessing Sylvia. Blessing Anita. Some of them come because they are on assignment to you. Here we go. And if they stay too long, the assignment gets stale. And they are no longer beneficial to you. Ooh, it ain't easy always to walk away from something that you get comfortable in. But when its purpose is over, you must move on to the next assignment. And because guess what? If you stay too long, you're taking up space for somebody else that's got to come and minister next. Come on, facts, straight facts. We do this together. We minister together. But it's got to be the right people. Don't fill the void just to have people around you. Make sure the people that you are encountering in this season are the people that are called to you in this season. Don't get too comfortable with having certain people around. Y'all, I'm telling you. Can I tell y'all, can I be honest? Can I be honest? Can I tell you something? Y'all may not know this about me, but I will share this because I think somebody right now, Sylvia, is getting ready to agree with me. I've had situations where God said, get up, move, walk away, run for your life. And I got pulled back into certain situations because of my loyalty or my propensity to want to be right and to be around them because I was comfortable because I've known you all my life or I've been in this place all my life. And guess what God did? Joyce, he loves you so much that he will do this because you can't make a decision. He'll make the decision for you. I'm about to run in this living room. God will make the decision for you and say, guess what? Because you could not obey me, because you could not release them, because you could not walk away, because you felt some level of loyalty or attachment. He said, I'm going to bring up a storm where you ain't got no choice. Leslie, hear me? I'm going to bring up a storm where you ain't got no choice because you're like, God, this has got to be it. Oh, I'm going to stay right here. Oh, this is so good to me. Where else can I go? What other door can you open for me that's good as this? Don't you know that he done made the door? Can open the door, close the door, give you an effectual door. And you just like, oh no, God, I don't want to move. It feels so good right here. He's like, but guess what? In order for me to elevate you, you got to move. And if you don't move, God will move you. If you don't move from particular people, God will move them from you. Y'all don't hear me in here. Come on, testify, Joyce. I'm telling you. Because you don't want them to feel that you're less loyal. Listen. Obedience is better than sacrifice. And let me tell you this. Obedience will bring you manifestation. Somebody needs to write that down on your journal today. When I obey God, there will be manifestation. Whatever I thought I lost, God's going to give it to me more in a greater degree because of my obedience. Hey, Nichelle. Do not fill the void with what you think you need, make sure you ask God, can they be here? Can they sit in my presence? Can they be in my communicating with me? Can they collaborate with me? Can we be in partnership? Can they be in my community? Don't just give anybody access in this season. I'm telling you, if COVID ain't taught us nothing else, you have found out who your real friends were. Obligated, Angela, that's the word. Some of us feel obligated. Here it is. I'm done for real. This is my closing. If God told you to do something for somebody, they are not obligated to pay you back or to even say thank you. Thank you is just a courtesy because we were taught right to say thank you. But when you say to me, God said, do this for you. Your hands are clean once you've done it. But when God says move, but you feel an obligation to stay because of what they've done for you, that is not the will of God. I don't know who this is for. God is saying, let some of it go. Or that void that you feel, you will be prone to pull people into it that it will not be a benefit for you. They're only taking up space and they can't do anything for you. I'm telling you. And one thing that COVID has taught us is this. Your intuition, your discernment about what you need to be doing in your life and also what you need to be doing for God right now. Oh, Pastor, God bless you. What you should be doing for God right now. That song, Order My Steps, Lord, in your word. If you don't get anything else going out of this year, the prayer should be, Father, order my steps. Help me not to trip and fall into old habits. Help me not to trip and fall into old behaviors. I got to be different. I can't come out of this pandemic the same way I went in. I got to come out different. What do I need to do different that I've never done before? How do I need to see myself through your eyes, Father? Not the opinions of people. I hear you, Angela. And trust me, I struggle too. That's why God said, okay, so you didn't learn from the last time? So that's why I had to have a storm come to rip you away from stuff. Y'all don't hear me. You don't ever want to be ripped out of something. You want to be obedient and say, yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. You want me to move? Yes, Lord. Where you want me to go? Yes, Lord. What you want me to do? Because when God causes a storm to come where he strips you from everything because you didn't obey in that moment, it's a feeling that you don't ever want to have. That's something that you don't ever want to experience. And we get too comfortable. And God's like, just because you're comfortable, and I feel that I need to elevate you in a moment, you settle for being comfortable than being obedient. I hope somebody got that. Did y'all hear what I just said? Many of us have settled for being comfortable than being obedient. And we have missed what God has designed for us because of being comfortable and not being obedient. I pray that if COVID has taught you anything, it's not to be comfortable, but to be obedient. If God says stay home, you stay home. You stay home in the sanctity, the sanctuary that God has given for you so that you can grow and develop. Because I'm telling you this, and I've been saying this since COVID started. Yes, Mama Shaw, you hear me? We will be better on the other side of this. If you're doing what God is telling you to do and hearing and listening and being silent and reflecting, like Pastor Arlene said, this prayer, time of reflection and hearing God and being and your discernment being heightened, that when you come out of this pandemic, when we come out of COVID, we're going to be better. And listen, if you don't say nothing else over your life, say this. When I come out of this, I'm going to be better. I need somebody to grab that. When I come out of this, I'm going to be better. God bless you. When I get on the other side of this, I'm going to be better. Like, listen, 2 days ago, y'all wouldn't have known me. That's why I asked y'all to pray. It was very, very bad. I was in so much pain. But guess what? On the other side of this, I'm much better. Why? Because you prayed and you believed with me and you agreed with me for my speedy recovery. And that's what God wants to do for you. He wants you to have people in your life that believe with you, that agree with you for your recovery, for your deliverance, for your elevation. Come on, Diane. Thank you for that. When we come out of this, we're going to be better. But this ain't the season to just fill every void with anything and everything and everybody. Everybody cannot fill the void. Let God do the work and you will see the fruit. Come on, Giselle. Come on, Lady Johnson. Come on, Lady Rose. When we come out of this, we're going to be better. Jackie, we're going to be better. Because we're allowing God to order our steps. That's all. If you don't get nothing else, I know I said a lot. But I just heard this so clearly. Don't just let anybody fill the void you're feeling right now. Don't let anybody fill the voids in your life. Let God do it. Let him bring the right people, the right communications, the right connections, the right partnerships, the right friendships. Let God do it. Thank you, Rob. Come on, Lady Johnson. Let God do the work. Because I'm being honest with you. I'm trying to go, y'all. And y'all pulling on my grace. Sometimes we didn't always make the right choices in friendships and relationships. I don't know who that was for. It was for me. Because sometimes we gave at a rate and a grace that other people did not understand. But if we didn't do it according to God's will, we expected something back, and the grace that we gave, we could not get back. And you felt as if you were used. You were used. Because you gave at a level of grace that people can't give back to you. Here we go. You know, Bishop Jakes talks about the gallon capacity. You got to know in your life who has the capacity to run with you, work with you, walk with you, live with you. I'm a whole gallon and you a quart. It don't match. Run with the gallon people. But if you know somebody's a quart, only expect quart relationship. Quart. Pour. Come on, Jackie. If you know you a gallon, only pour into them what they can have though in their quart. I'm talking about filling the void. Know your capacity and then know theirs. Here we go. Why? Why, Mama Shaw? Why, Mama Shaw? Why, Lady Brenda? Why? Because you won't get disappointed. When you allow the right people to come into your life, you won't be disappointed. I'm done. Let God fill the void. Don't just give access to anybody in this season. If COVID has taught us nothing else, it is who is for us. Who's our real friends. For those of you that have experienced loss, and everybody showed up at the funeral, and everybody showed up at the house to be around you and to help you through your grief. But when the grief was over, they were nowhere to be found. They never reached back to say, are you okay? How can I serve you and your children? How can I serve you and your family? And even sometimes family don't even do that. They go on about their business, about their life, because they don't know how to minister to you. But when everybody's around, they got you. But what matters is what you do when nobody's looking. What matters is how you love me when you get no accolades. Shut up. Oh my God, I thank you so much for that. Thank you for every inbox. For those of you that inboxed me and texted me and reached out to me, not on social media so that people could see it. And for those of you that reached out on social media to say, Pastor C, we're praying for you. We got you. Thank you. But for those of you that went the extra mile and called and checked on me and inboxed me, even if I could respond or not, because I was out of it. They over-medicated me this week. I didn't want to tell y'all because I don't want y'all to get upset. But the doctor over-medicated me and I didn't know. And I was literally out for almost 48 hours. Just out of it. Very sick. And my other doctor said, Cassandra, you can't take this level of the medication. You've got to take half of it in order to get the relief that you need. And now I'm fine. And you guys prayed for me. And I want to say thank you. I don't ever take it for granted when someone says they're praying for me. I don't ever do that. Because I need all the prayer that I can. I need it. I need it. And so today, as I end with my fifth closing, you know the pastors do. Number one, don't just fill the void with anybody. Let God fill the void and you'll see the fruit of it. This is a season that COVID has taught us, is teaching many of us who our friends are, who are we to connect to, who are we to communicate with, and who we are to release. Don't let comfortable be greater than your obedience. Don't let your loyalties, I don't know why I keep coming back to this. Don't let your loyalties be greater than your obedience to God. Be loyal to God first. Dee, thank you. Be loyal to God first, and then let everything else fall in its place. Trust God, obey God. I'm telling you. I want somebody to write this in their journal as I close today. Obedience will bring forth manifestation. That's it. Simple word. Obedience will bring manifestation. It may not happen right away, but God's going to remember that you obeyed him and did the thing that he called you to do. I'm telling you, God's going to remember when you wanted to say no, but you said yes to his will, not to your feelings and your emotions. God's going to remember that my daughter, my son said, yes, Lord. It hurt. It hurt. Thank you, Peggy. It hurt to pull away from that relationship. It hurt to pull away from that circle. But God said, I'm going to elevate you. Therefore, you just can't fill your life with those type of people anymore. And he gives you the way to do it. And you fight it. Come on, Rob. You fight it. You fight it all the time. Like, God, no, I need them. God said, I will tell you what you need in this season. And then I will bring back to you what you need in the next season. If it's for you to reconnect, I'll do it. Let God do the work. Let God open the door, close the door, access and exit. Let God do the access and the exiting of people in and out of your life. Let God do the work, and it won't be a struggle. I struggled. I was disobedient. And God said, okay, you ain't learned your lesson yet. So now I'm going to have to rip you out again, rip you away again. Let God fill the void. Let God do the work. And I promise you, it will. It will. Toxic loyalties. Come on. I got to go because y'all preaching up in here and I got to go. I can't be on here. I got all these keyboards. I got music I got to do. Got to sing it for the Lord. If there's anything that COVID has taught us, it's who should be in our lives in this season. Don't fight what God is doing. Come on, Jackie, and there'll be no struggle. He will give you a sense of peace and calm when you walk away from that which is not ordained for this now. Do not fill the void on your own. Come on, darling. Let God fill the void, and I guarantee you there'll be fruit as a result of your obedience. I love you guys. Please follow me on Facebook. Please follow me on Instagram. And also, please, I would love for you to go to YouTube and look me up and subscribe to my channel. More of this is coming. Words of wisdom, words of purpose, words of power. Just to empower you every day. Because sometimes you just need to be like, press the button. Pastor C, what you got to say today? God will show you that someone has a word for your life to give you direction for what you've been praying for. And I believe that God is doing that through me. I love you guys so much, and I'll talk to you soon. Have an amazing rest of the week. And I'll probably see you again soon. Love and blessings to you. Don't fill the void. Let God do the work, and you will see the fruit of your obedience. God bless you. I am Cassandra Elliott on YouTube. Thank you, Jackie, for asking. All right. Love you guys. Thank you.